Hello everyone and welcome at long last to the reveal of the Frostehpack 1.6. I've been promising you guys this texture pack for quite a while, and I decided today was the day where I was going to come out with it and talk briefly about, you know, some things that are here, some things that are included, which I think is going to be pretty cool. But before I start this video, there are a couple of things I want to say. Like, firstly, my voice is pretty messed up. I have a pretty bad throat at the moment because of a cold. I apologize if that causes any, I don't know, weird stuff during the video. I apologize for that. And second of all, I thought that on this texture pack we were gonna do a thing that I've seen people do around, but I haven't done myself for various reasons, mainly because I just didn't feel like I had the base to do so, or I don't know, the foundation to do so on. But in this texture pack, I thought I was gonna do the thing where, you know, I will see whenever we get to 10 likes on this video, I will release the texture pack link in the description down below, so you guys can go and download it. I decided to put it to 10 likes because it's not the biggest of like goals, but it still kind of does it. And I thought that since I've put so much time into this texture pack, that will be all right. You know, we could let you guys leave me some feedback on it and get me some likes as well, and then you can get the texture pack for yourself. I thought that was going to be pretty fair, but anyways, I think it's time for us to start moving into the texture pack and talking briefly about, you know, some features of it. So first and foremost, I guess that we can move on to the armor part here. This is a map I downloaded by, I think it's the YouTuber Nerdgasm, which is a really small showcase map that kind of showcases the most important things with a texture pack. Now I could initially just click myself over to the individual parts and whatnot, but I'm gonna fly because, you know, that's how I do things. So first and foremost, we can have a look at the swords of this texture pack. These are probably, you know, my favorite inclusion of everything. They're pretty nice. They're stolen from the Sharkycrafts texture pack, and I think you guys have seen them in a couple of my SG videos already. They are kind of, I guess kind of like the normal swords you see in Minecraft. They aren't really too much changed up or anything like of the swords. Like they look alright. They look kind of vanilla in a sense, but at the same time they're changed up and they're new and fashionable and whatnot, and you can see them all here. They're not really that special, but you know, I like them how they look. So that's one thing. Second thing is I didn't change any of the pots up, so if you're a pot PvPer, I apologize. I haven't done anything to please your needs or whatnot. I haven't even changed the particle effect because I kind of like the original Minecraft effect more than I like, you know, custom stuff. I don't know, I like the potion particles you find in normal Minecraft, and I decided to keep those for this texture pack. It's actually, this texture pack is pretty much based upon just the regular texture things from Minecraft, or the normal Minecraft textures, just with a couple of edits for 16 by 16, and there are a couple of other things as well, which I'm going to get into relatively shortly. But let's first have a look at some of the armor parts here and some of the PvP items, because I know a lot of you people play PvP, and this texture pack does include things for you, as well as things for people who do SMPs or normal survival stuff. So let's have a look at some of the armor things, shall we? This is the iron armor. You see the looks of the items in your hotbar will look pretty much the same. They look just as they normally would, but if you do equip the armor, it looks a bit different. Pretty much, I think I stole this texture from, I don't remember. Like, pack names will be in the description, so you guys can go and check them out and check out all the creators, because 90% of the things here are stolen from other people but myself, so definitely go and check them out. But the armor, as you see when it's equipped, it's pretty simple looking. It's got a very simple piece of shading to it, and I think it looks pretty nice. I actually like this quite a lot. It kind of defines what you're wearing more than other texture packs, which kind of, I don't know, it blends in a lot of things you have on you, and it might just look a little bit, I don't know, how am I going to put that? It looks a little bit, everything looks the same in a sense. So I decided I was going to go kind of break with that and kind of try and equip some new stuff and make it look relatively alright. The chain is also very distinguishable because it's kind of it's the only armor piece that keeps the normal Minecraft texture, and you know, the other armor pieces look pretty much the same as the iron one. They're pretty bland but have this special shading to it. So let's move on quickly to the individual PvP items. We have the bow to begin with. As you guys can see, it's pretty much a standard bow, just with some new color corrections to it. Pretty nice. You can see the particles coming out of it as well. These particles are going to be the same one for the sword, or the same ones that you have when you have a sword. This is an enchanted one, so I guess I'm going to get myself a non-enchanted sword to begin with and show you guys a crit animation. You can see there the little particles coming out of it. Pretty nice, pretty smooth particles. I like them quite a lot. And then you have the enchant particles. Enchant particles, totally legit. Yes, baddest English ever. You can see when you hit with these, they're kind of the same as the crit particles, but a bit sharper and I guess a bit toned down. So when you have a crit, what do you call it? An enchanted crit, I think it looks really nice. It kind of blends into color contrasts and makes a cloud of niceness. I like it. I personally think that's very cool. Now, next we have the fishing rod and the flint and steel. The fishing rod is pretty much the same as any other fishing rod. You see it's just colored blue from the standard fishing rod with a, I guess, an enhanced hook in a sense. It's just kind of done black with the blue border around, which I think look pretty cool. Now, we also have the new fire animation, which is, or not animation, but new fire color, which is a lighter blue tone, which I think is pretty cool. It's not like a thing that I see a lot of texture pack people doing. Let me just go quickly into game mode 0 here. Is that they lowered the fire. I decided this was going to be a kind of PvP slash SMP texture pack, so the fire is not lowered in first person. I thought that was going to be something that I didn't want to do, and I think you guys should be aware of that because, well, a lot of you guys probably are interested in it. However, if you are very, very keen on that, it's easily editable and you can easily do just a bit of a change to that fire if you absolutely need to have it on a lower node. Finally, I guess we can move on the Ender Pearl. I haven't really done anything with that, but I have done a thing with the Golden Apple, which you can see the texture of it is a bit different from what you would normally see in a Minecraft texture pack, and this kind of includes a lot of the other food stuffs as well. You can see the pork chops, the apples, the chicken, the rabbit, the mutton, the beef, and the carrots are kind of changed up a little bit. The bread has also got a new texture in the mushroom stew. So keep in mind, I did change a lot of the food textures here for others that I thought were really nice from other texture packs. And you know, I think that's a good inclusion. To be fair, I think it's really nice. Though also that is pretty easily editable in the actual texture pack if you absolutely don't want to have new food. I know a lot of people are kind of stingy on the new food parts, but I think it look pretty good. You know, I like the looks of them, to be fair. So I guess we've touched on the weapons, we've touched on some of the pots and whatnot, and I guess we can move on to the GUI things because a lot of people are interested in this, and I thought we could talk briefly about it. So first and foremost, let us have a look at the inventory GUI. As you can see here, it's not transparent. It's going to be a texture pack that does not include a transparent GUI for any of the items like the crafting table, the furnace, the anvil, or chests. It's all kind of blacked out with a nice little contrast between the outside and the inside. I don't know what you call them, hotbar slots or inventory slots. So keep that in mind. This texture is pretty much the same for every single one of the individual, what do you call them, like components, GUI components, something like that. The only thing that it's really like changed to a PvP-ish matter with the GUI would be the hotbar, as you see in the description, or not in the description. What am I talking about? Ugh, my god! At the bottom of the screen right there, it's changed up to my own personal customization of the hotbar. I personally think this is really cool. I think it's probably one of the best parts of the entire texture pack. And it's really slick. It's really easy to use. You can easily see where your items are because of the little distinguished contrast with the you see the little circle going around the hotbar menu. So yeah, that's pretty much that. You know, if you get an item in, they will normally fit relatively alright. So you can see they're fit inside it. You can see it looks pretty good. If we get one of these, then you can also see it works pretty well, right? You can easily see where you're selecting things, and it looks really nice at the bottom of the screen. If we go to game mode 0, you can see all their small components here. We have blue hearts, we have melons for the food counters, can you call them that? And if I were to go back into game mode 1 here, get myself some enchantment bottles, wherever those are. Where are those? Are they in this? Yeah, here we go. Okay, let's get a hell of a lot of those and go to game mode 0. We can see that the XP bar is a rainbow bar, which is pretty nice. I just thought I'd include that because it looks super fancy, and I was like, yeah, I like it. I like the colors. So yeah, that's pretty much that for the GUI. That does it for everything there. Now I guess we're gonna move on to the biggest changes right now. We're gonna move on to some of the texture changes in general. But keep in mind this. I just want to prefix this part. This part is definitely not my own. I have not created 90% of these textures. I've only been changing a couple of them to my own, I don't know, preferences, and I want to give like all credit to especially one texture pack maker. You can see his name on screen right now. I think it's this guy. Oh my god, he has supplied me with so many textures from his texture pack. I kind of took them without asking, but you know, it's absolutely amazing, and I just want to say that this person right here deserves so much credit for the textures that are on screen right now or are going to be showcased. So let us have a look first and foremost at the animals. They are exactly the same as they were before. I haven't changed these at all, and you guys should just, I don't know. If you want to change them as said, you can easily copy paste some new ones in there, but I personally think the default creatures look the best, and I'm going to stick with those for the time being. Next up, I want to show you though the terrain changes because oh my god, there's so much exciting stuff here. So let's start off with some of the blocks that have changed in general. We can see that all the ores have been changed. to, I don't remember which pack this is, but it looks really nice. They're all really nicely portraited. Then we have the new brick textures around here. You can see they're kind of simplified, looking a little bit better. I personally like this look a little bit better in buildings. I think it's cool when the bricks are a bit more distinguished as clean rather than gritty and dirty. And I actually forgot to showcase like the sandstone, because that's also changed up a bit. You can see the sand is a lot cleaner than it would normally be, and the sandstone as well is kind of polished up, which I think looks really cool. And I love this little slime face that they took away and kind of built the or took away the creeper face and replaced that with, like, I think that looks amazing on this texture pack. Now the big part though are going to be some animated textures. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there are animated textures in this texture pack. The reeds, the vines, and the crops are not yet animated. I might just have a look at that and maybe even work on them myself if I feel like having the time to do so. But let's have a look at some of the, oh god, why you do this? Toggle downfall. Let's get out of here. We can have a look at some of the animated textures, starting with the lily pad. I guess you can see that it kind of vibrates a little bit in the water. It looks like a water current is carrying this lily pad along. Now you probably, I don't know if you see this on YouTube, the movements are very subtle. It's probably not going to be noticed if I walk too much around, but if you stand still for a moment, you can see everything kind of moving, bulging back and forth, and I think this looks absolutely amazing, guys. If you agree with me, you know, that'd be so cool. But that's only the beginning though. Let's have a look at the grass, for example. The grass, you can see here, is going back and forth with the wind. There's some wind here, which obviously is reflected in the grass, and also in the leaves. You can see the leaves are kind of going back and forth, waving very slowly back and forth, giving you a very, very, I don't know, it's like, it's beautiful in a sense. It's really beautiful. The pictures that this can create is just absolutely amazing. You see here, it's so nice. Everything's vibrating slightly, and it's just, I don't know, it's harmonical in a sense. We can also look at the nether wart here, which has got this kind of bouncy effect, which I think is really cool. You can see it kind of bounces up and down. It's super sexy. And if you look at kind of closely, the soul sand below was also animated, so you can see like small movements there as well. Also the torches have got a little fire animation on them. You can see here it's a bit enhanced on that note. I really think that looks good. And the flowers also, if I were to get some nod, what is it? I think these flowers are like outdated, the ones that are on screen right there on the ground. I think if we get some of these as well, you can see that these are also moving with the wind, and they look absolutely amazing. You can see here they just kind of have this wavy movement to them, which I think looks absolutely amazing. So that's pretty cool. There are also a couple of items that are animated. So if we were to go to the, is it the where are these things? I don't even remember where they're at. Materials. That's where we find them. We can find emeralds. We can find diamonds, iron, and such, making different sort of effects. You can see the little blinking effect on these items as they kind of, I don't know, stay in your hotbar. The iron and the gold have the shimmering effect, so they kind of shimmer when you look at them, and that's, my god, I love it. I love such things, you know, such small things just make me so happy about making such texture packs. It's amazing. I really think it's cool. The glowstone also has a bit of a glowing effect. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera right here, but if you don't, I guess you can download the texture pack and you can have a look at it for yourself. There are a lot of other animated textures, but I'm not going to go over every single one. I'm going to let you guys experience them for yourself and have a look at them and whatnot. Have a great time looking through them. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this little texture pack showcase, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. If you do, remember to leave a like down below, and at 10 likes we will release the texture pack in the description. You can go and check it there when we reach that goal, and it will be an immediate fire link, which is super easy to download. There will be absolutely no like ad flare or anything like that, because I don't want to take any credit for the work made by the amazing texture packs creators who've made such things here. You know, all credit goes to them. Go look in the description of this video to find every single one of these packs, and check them out for yourself. They are absolutely beautiful, and I really do love them. Anyways, I hope I covered most things in this video, and you know, yeah, I'll see you all later. Bye bye.